Hi, this is a video about not blocking your blessings and allowing your blessings to come to you from the universe, and you open the door for a whole lot more. Now, most people would think, well, why would I do that? Why would I block my blessings? Who would do that? But people do it all the time without intending to, of course, but they do it through their own notions about what they deserve and also what they are used to. And a lot of that has to do with your childhood, but also events in your adult life that what you come to expect and what you feel like you deserve. And what we have to remember is that God works through people lots of the time. Sometimes God works through events, but lots of times, God works through other people. But we don't really, a lot of times we don't really think of it as God because it's a person, but it is God working through these people to bring us blessings. And a lot of times people want to tell people not to give them things not because they don't want that, because they feel like uncomfortable about accepting things from people, or like the person spending too much money, or they could even be suspicious about, well, why are they giving this to me? What are they going to expect in return? And most of that has to do with your conditioning. And I can give you like an example of it. Like I have a friend who's been my friend for many years, and she's like a very good friend of mine, and she's doing all kinds of thoughtful things for me. So the way I like to return the favor is by giving her gifts sometimes. And it's not usually things that are expensive. It's something that I'll see somewhere that I know she would like, and I pick it up, and and sometimes she's happy about it, and then sometimes she actually gets mad about it. And it's like I don't really understand that, because it's like she should be happy about it, but if not happy about getting the actual gift itself, then be happy about the thought and the intent that went into it. Even if it's something she's not going to use, if it's something that you can see that the person really put thought into and they thought you would like it, and what you are looking at is not the gift itself, you're looking at the intent and the love behind what went into that. And like, for example, she likes Sherlock Holmes. So I was at a rummage sale and I saw for $3. It was brand new. It was a game with Sherlock Holmes. It was actually an old thing because it was videotapes, but everything was new. It hadn't even been used, and I thought that she would really like that. And she was just kind of like, like annoyed by it, like, oh well, you shouldn't have got me another gift, and you spent all this money, and I don't even know if I'm ever going to play this. And it's like, well, I didn't spend that much money. It didn't cost that much. And, I thought that you would like this. So it was actually I think, a thoughtful thing on my part. Thoughtful things don't have to actually cost a lot. But it was thoughtful enough to actually see that and think of her and get that for her. And, instead of looking at that, the intent behind it, she was like looking at probably other things, and probably a lot of it is, it's not my birthday, it's not Christmas, why are you getting me a gift? And you're getting me too many gifts, and you're spending too much money on me, and I'm going to have to get you a gift back in return. And, and it could be also coming from a childhood where, she might have been deprived and didn't get things, or just, it could be lots of things that people just don't feel worthy of it and they feel uncomfortable. But by doing that, what that does is it's bad in a number of ways, because it was hurtful to me that she didn't accept the gift, and she didn't instead of being happy about it, not even neutral, and was kind of angry about it, she took something that was positive that I did with love, that I was hoping that she would like, and then it made it into a negative thing. But I think the worst part about that is that it cuts off your blessings from the universe, because what you're saying to the universe is, don't give me things, don't have people give me things, don't have things come to me from unexpected sources. You're just cutting that off. And you have to leave those doors open for the blessings, but also you have to it's to show the person that you are happy for the love that they put into that, and it's an expression of love, and then you're giving love back by accepting it and not telling them, because if it gives that person joy to give you that, you shouldn't deprive them of that joy in giving. And I recently had an experience with this with a new female friend that I met on Facebook, lives in England, and I mentioned one of my postings. I mentioned that when I lived in England, that I liked the potato chips that they had there because they had all these interesting flavors. And then she said, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to send you some potato chips from England with the different flavors." And she says, "And I'm also going to send you some chocolates." Well, and I know enough not to tell people not to give me gifts, because you don't cut off your blessings. If somebody wants to give it to you, you accept it and you give them the joy of giving. Let them have that joy. But with the chocolate, I thought, well, that's going to be, chocolate's heavy. The big chocolate bars. I didn't want her to spend the money on sending a chocolate bar. It costs $10 to send one chocolate bar. That's like kind of ridiculous. I told her, okay, send me the potato chips, but don't send me the chocolate. Well, she sent me the potato chips, like 20 bags of small bags of potato chips. She sent me cookies, candy, and 2 big chocolate bars. And, and I didn't chastise her. "Oh, well, thank you for the chips and cookies because they were light, but you shouldn't have sent the chocolate bars because they were heavy and I didn't want you to spend the money." No, I didn't do that. Now, I might have, in the past, before I knew about all this, about accepting gifts from people, and I just thanked her profusely for it, and I enjoyed it. But I said to her, "You know what? You really were so generous that I have to do something back for you in return." And she says, "No, you don't have to do anything back for me." She said, "You give the blessing on to somebody else," which I thought was like really nice. And it gave her joy, I'm sure, to give it to me, and gave her more joy even when she knew that I enjoyed it. But it was the joy that I got not just from potato chips and candy itself, but just the thought that somebody out there is like loving enough to do this. It lifts your spirit up in a way that much more so than it would be. I mean, I can go out myself and buy potato chips and candy, but it's not the same thing. That knowing that this person thought enough to do that for me, but it also lets me know that the universe is thinking about me, and God and the universe is constantly showering me and other people with blessings that come from different sources, from people, and by just being happy about it and celebrating it. The more you celebrate it and appreciate it, the more blessings that you have, whether they come from other people or not from other people, however, whatever ways they come. But the important thing is that you don't block your blessings. If somebody says that they want to give you a gift, and you should just accept it and be happy about it. And probably people are not going to give you a gift they absolutely cannot afford. I mean, that's very, very unlikely that that's going to happen. So, if somebody's giving you the gift, then obviously they think they can afford it and they want to give that to you. So allow those blessings to come in. And what you should do is find ways that you can bless other people. And like I said, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Like, you might not have enough money to send a box of heavy chocolate, across the ocean. But, you can do other things. There's always things you can see, you can pick up that aren't expensive, that you see in all kinds of places. You can even see in the dollar store, there's like things you can pick up that you can see that a person might like. Like they say that they collect refrigerator magnets, and you see a magnet that they would like. Something like that you give to them that's unexpected, and it creates this feeling of abundance for them, but also hopefully that they will spread that feeling of abundance to other people. And I hope this was useful for you.